Okay, now we're live. When I actually remember to unmute my microphone, that'd be a cracking good... That'd be a good idea. Is your mic still on? It is now. It wasn't before. Unless one of the others are. No, everything's off. It should be alright now. Anyway, just let me know how audio and video sounds. I'll come to that again later. For the third time in a week, I have completely and utterly failed to let my loft hatch down, the one I showed on that intro layout update. I've completely failed to let that cover down again, so let me just do that quickly. Thud. Big thud. Right, Pete says he can hear me now. Good, we are live then. You can actually hear me. I haven't completely nosed something up. One of my new favourite words is that. You can see I've decorated for Christmas. We will come on to that shortly, but we are indeed live. So it is that time of the week again, isn't it, everyone? A Sunday afternoon, a Sunday evening. So it is time for another stream. Do remember to subscribe to my channel and give this stream a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. And if you could share a video or two of mine, someone you know, then that would be most appreciated. Also, if you could share my channel to somebody who might appreciate it, then that would be appreciated by me as well. So, hello everyone and welcome back to another stream from my channel, HEMR Railway. Today we are on the last counting down to Christmas stream. As you can see by the title, it says running trains on my decorated loft layout at HEMR Railway. Not long to go now, plus updates and news. Nothing too exciting, nothing too rapid or, you know, crazy today. But we're counting down to my Christmas stream next week on Saturday between 3 and 5 p.m. I'll come to that later in the stream. And I will explain why you can see the Christmas decorations, but you can't see, you know, the lights lit up and stuff like that. I'll explain why the layout isn't currently looking exactly like it's showing those two YouTube shorts I posted on Thursday and Friday. Please could you know, let me know in the chat if audio and video is all okay. Can you see, well, this here? And Pete earlier said he can hear me, so I think audio's good at least. Do bear in mind that comments from the live chat take a while to come through to StreamYard, so it may be a minute or so before my comments, before your comments come to me. Similarly, it takes a while for my voice actually speaking here and my actions here take a while to go over to YouTube, so just bear that in mind. And if you don't get a response from me, then feel free to post your comments again. Today's stream will go on to just before 6, maybe 10 to 6, something like that, but it'll be about an hour and 20 to an hour and 30 today, I would have thought. So I shall roll the intro and I'll see you in 11 seconds. And somebody's decided to start planing outside. Well, that's going to be fun. See you in 11 seconds, everyone. I'll just pause speaking for a minute so you can hear the planing noise that's going on outside. Listen. Somebody's decided to start planing in the pitch black outside. Oh, look, there it goes again. Listen. Don't even know if you can hear that, but somebody's decided to start woodworking at 4:30 when it's pitch black and when I'm doing a stream. So thanks, neighbours. Slurp of drink. So I'll say hello to whoever's in the stream first. So thank you very much, Jaden. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Hello, Pete. Nice to see you here. Thank you very much for joining. And Mark at HEMR Downward Railway. Thank you very much for joining as well. Nice to see you all again this week. So, you may be asking, why is the loft all bright and stuff like that? Shall I, can I demonstrate what it should look like? You might be expecting it to look something like this. Give me a moment. Try not to electrocute myself. Flipping heck. Well, we're nearly at what I'm trying to show you. Now, what you might be thinking is, why doesn't the loft look more like this if I turn my light off? So you might be thinking, why doesn't the loft look Christmassy? Why doesn't the loft look nice and illuminated like this? Why does it not look Christmassy? Well, the answer to this is because simply next week... Excuse me. The answer is, next week, I'm doing my Christmas special. I've already briefly mentioned in 1 or 2 videos. I've mentioned it today, and I mentioned it in one of the shorts last week, that I'm doing my Christmas special next week on Saturday, which is the 11th of December. I'm doing it between 3 p.m, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and 5 p.m, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 1500 to 1700 hours, if you like it like that. So you might be thinking, why doesn't the loft look nice and Christmassy like this? Why doesn't it look nice and illuminated? Why isn't it all, dark and cozy and Christmassy? So you might be thinking, why doesn't it look like that? And my simple answer is, I don't want to spoil it for you. I'm kind of spoiling it for you right now. You've already seen it in the Thursday YouTube short where I showed you what the loft looked like when it was decorated. You have seen it on the Friday YouTube short where I did my running with the decorations up and it looking like this. And you're obviously seeing a bit of it now, which I didn't intend to do. But yeah, so my simple answer is I don't want to spoil it for you because next week is the Christmas special. What I don't want to do is do an hour and a half stream this week, and then you get used to it looking like nice like this, so that when you come next week, you're not sort of wowed by how Christmassy it looks, if you know what I mean. What I'm saying is, if I do an hour and a half, an hour and 40-minute stream on it today, and you get used to it and you think, oh, that looks nice, then when you come in next week for the actual proper official annual Highbrook HEMR Railway Christmas special, you might think, it might actually feel less special because you've already seen the loft looking like this for quite a long time, if you know what I mean. So that's the reason why the loft isn't going to be looking like this today, and now you're all going to get disappointed as I switch back over to normalness. So my simple answer is, I don't want to spoil it, and I simply just want to keep the suspense and the drama, I guess, for next week when it'll all be looking nice like that. So this is the last bit of, well, Christmassy loft you'll see. You won't see it in the YouTube shorts next week for the reasons I've just mentioned, and you will see it next week on Saturday. I nearly said Sunday. Right. That's the first set of lights off. That's my coloured ones that my grandma gave me. Thank you, grandmother, if you're watching. Oh, blast. Oh, there we are. There! Back to normalness. Miniature rant over. And, come on, webcam. Stage 2 lighting. There we go. We're back to normal. So that was your teaser for next week. Jaden, you're perfectly right there. Then turn the lights back on. Yep. Pete says that looks nice. Thank you very much, Pete. Took me a couple of hours to do that, actually. Say it's not going to get used very often. It took a lot of work, but I've put like cable clips all the way up there, and the joist that runs across the whole top of the loft. I've put cable clips on, so next year when it comes out, I have to bang all clips in again. I can just clip the wires round, so that's all right. Jaden says snowman. He also says get a megaphone and lean out of the window and shout "shut up." Jeremy Clarkson. If that snowman is to scale, I'd like to see that in real life. Well, I have a tape measure. Let's see what it would be in real life. Double O gauge, if I'm not mistaken, is 1:72. If I'm not mistaken, or is it 1:76? It's 1:76.2, but we'll just say 76 for ease of use. Right, so this snowman, I've actually got the box. Could I just read it off the box, or does it not give me a measurement? Nope, it doesn't give me a measurement. I shall have to measure it myself. So if this was real life, the box has fallen over, it is pretty much 20 centimetres tall and 11 centimetres wide. So, what did I say? 11. So it would be 20 times 76, which can't be bothered doing hand. So it'd be 15.2 metres tall if it was in real life. And it would be 8.36 metres wide. Interesting fact for you. That's completely useless. Completely useless. Kurt, thank you very much. Okay, my computer's got a ghost in it, apparently. Kurt, thank you very much for joining. Nice to see you here. Yeah, it is. I used to know it off by heart, and then it just went completely to pot. My computer's got a ghost in because it's changing scenes by itself. That should be fixed now. I can throw my tape measure. The reason why we're starting late a bit today is because, well, I got watching some on telly downstairs, and I spent about 3 hours wiring up that Virgin HST for the LEDs and the resistors and the stuff like that. So, I've been very busy. I had all my 8 drawers out, my 2 B&M drawers. Lots of work, tidying up in the loft, making it look presentable. Because it was getting a bit dirty, if I'm honest. There was just stuff everywhere. So I've had a bit of a clean, and I've been prepping my Virgin HST for when the LEDs come tomorrow, and then I can wire it up and give it to my grandma so she can give me it for Christmas. So without further ado, let's get some trains on the go. 08 with the coal wagons, as always. A classic one is the 08 with coal wagons, really, isn't it? Then we'll set 9F going. Already had my controller turned up when I was fiddling with that HST earlier. And we'll get Tornado going. Off you pop. There we are. And I'll stick 3 cameras on. Everything's in the wrong order, as usual. There we go. Let's get everything to an acceptable level of speed before I start talking about the various things I have to talk about. It was actually originally meant as a Christmas present, just that me and my grandma basically decided that I should fix it up because, well, it was in a sorry state, to be fair. It was alright, all the bits were there, it just needed a lot of work and the lighting replacing because it was completely and utterly shot. But I'll show. I wonder if I can pull it out without damaging all my wiring and such. Maybe. I'll wait until the 08 goes, but in fact, I'll probably show you up here, actually. Stick that there. That's my HST. I've had to add all that wiring. Now, I know it's a mess. It's because it's into its final length. And I've just sort of bunched things together so I know what goes where, so I don't have to do any working out of anything tomorrow. So you can see I've put the resistors on, and the light, the red and the white light going that end, that's the power car. I've given that a sort out. And then there's the unpowered power car, if you get what I mean. That's too far on my workbench to pull it out. Pretty much. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm trying not to use it as much as possible. Obviously, I've had it on the track today to test whether my test fits with the LEDs and would work, so that I have to literally solder the LEDs in tomorrow rather than figuring out all the wiring. So I figured out the wiring with just one red LED that I had lying about from an old electronics PCB that I bought off eBay to put together. But I don't really want to use it. I want to get it working to a state that I'm happy with. Obviously test that the light's working, it runs fine, it doesn't need any more work, but as soon as it's working how I'm happy with, then I'm going to give it back to my grandma. I don't really want to milk it and use it in a special. However, speaking of that, I did order some more diodes, because you might have remembered a while ago I was converting these Pullman carriages to have lights in. Now, obviously, you can see on the 9F over here, we've got one Pullman carriage there with lights and that other one without lights in. The other one in there was the one I got the other day, along with the Virgin HST. And that one's not going to have lights in. Only that one, the one I've just shown, and then this one in here. So this one here and the one that's got lights in that's behind the 9F and the other one I've just shown you, they're supposed to have lights in, but something's gone wrong with this. I think one of the diodes has gone short circuit, or maybe some of the wiring's shorted inside. So what I'm going to try and do before next Saturday, when the new diodes come either tomorrow or Thursday, is get the lights fully working in this car here. Obviously we've got the one with the 9F over there that's already got them working in, but then I'm going to try and get them working on this one as well. So I'll have all three Pullman carriages that were meant to light up in the first place that have lights in. So that's my other task before next weekend. So I've only got 6 days. Now you might be saying, well, you've got four Pullman coaches, you've got those three, and then you've got this one here. Well, if you can't remember the story, I'll give you a shortened one. Basically, my grandma was at a car boot and she saw some Pullman carriages, and the bloke eventually said, you can have all three for 25 quid. And he said to my grandma, my grandma said he was ranting on about, oh, how they look beautiful when they light up and stuff like that. And when my grandma got them home and she showed me the underneath, because I stupidly forgot to ask my grandma to have a look at the pictures underneath, because if it's got lights in, there might have been some evidence of a switch underneath if it was battery powered, or obviously pickups if it was powered from the track. So I stupidly forgot that. When I got them home, they didn't work, did they? So my grandma effectively said, we'll split the 25 quid into two. Something's just derailed somewhere. Yes, something has derailed. Anyway, I'll carry on the story. So, got them home, they didn't work. So my grandma said, I tell you what, I'll split the 25 quid for you. It's my fault, effectively, that you've got them. Because I went to the car boot sale, I saw these Pullman coaches. I said, oh, these might look nice on your layout. She said, effectively, it's my fault that you got them, and it's my fault they don't work. So she said, tell you what, split the 25 quid into 12.50. I'll pay 12.50, you pay 12.50, and then you can have some Pullman coaches with the lights in. So that's why only 3 of 4 of my Pullman coaches have lights in. So if I get any Pullman coaches in future, maybe in in time I will add lights to make them the same as the others. But for now, that's the reason why only 3 out of X Pullman coaches that I have at that moment in time will have lights in. So it would be nice to get them all having lights in, but you know, it's just the way it went. This derailment's fixed now. Keep an eye on that. One of the coupling hooks is loose on one of the carriages. So the HST doesn't work. Yes, it did work, but a bit poorly, and the lighting when I opened it up were completely shot. It worked, but it was so messy and so underpowered, I had to redo it. So it does work. Well, it works now. I'm just waiting on some LEDs. By the way, folks, I am doing shout-outs again today. So if you give me a minute, follow that link and I will shout you out at the end of the stream. I'll allocate 10-15 minutes to shout people out at the end of the stream. Remember, I need more than 3 applications to that form to make it worthwhile doing the shout out. So if you would like a shout out, get yourself to that link, fill out the form, and get a shout out at the end of the stream. I have just realised that everything looks Christmassy apart from this camera, apart from the bit of tinsel. But that looks Christmassy. Obviously you've got that, and you've got the lights, and then you've got those. This looks Christmassy over here with the snowman and the decorations and the stuff like that. But I've realised this camera over here isn't very Christmassy, so I'm going to move that Christmas tree over here to make it look a bit better. I can't really put it there, can I? Can I put it over there? No, not really. And I'm going it way at camera, so I'll shift it over there, and then I'll show you. There we are, that looks a bit more Christmassy. Not too bad. Do remember that your channel URL for the shoutouts is like this. If I can actually type. Somebody's just started a really loud V8 outside. That's really helpful. So URL is basically that. Excuse me, this Pepsi Max really ain't doing out for my... Sorry, that was really bad. So it's a link that you can click on that takes you directly to the page. I believe Jaden's is this. Jaden's is that. So if you're not sure what I mean, then you know what I mean now. We will have requests coming up in just a moment. No responses yet. Remember, we need 3 responses to make it worthwhile doing, otherwise it's just a waste of time, really. No responses yet, so I'll post the link again in case for whatever reason it hasn't made it through. I just realised that this piece of tinsel up here makes it look like the tinsel's right next to the camera when it's actually not. It's actually, well, can I poke it with something without coming in on camera? Pete Clark, you might laugh at this. I've got the hammer. So look, if I push it in here, you can actually see that it's not near the camera at all. It's just the camera angle makes it look really close. If I push it in, you can actually see it's really quite close to the Hornby centenary bag. There, I think that illustrates that. Get your hammer in there. Apologies, headphone users. And now I've got dust all over me. That backfired. To be fair, does that snowman even really make a difference with lights on? Nah, I'll save battery life for next week. Careful not to knock me tripod over. And now it's sticking to me, Velcro. Something's squeaking. That might sort it. And something's derailed again. Might be this week pickups, doesn't really matter anyway. This coach really does not like that. Wow, the coupling hook isn't even in for a start. Try and jostle it a bit. Ah! My hand's about to get chopped off by a train. No, that didn't help. That's completely unrailed it. We might be alright. Right, 2 more laps of the trains and we're having requests. Put your requests in the chat. Kurt, you might want to, well... Kurt, do you want a request? I don't think you've had one for a few weeks. Or anyone in particular? In particular. Didn't really matter. I just seem to think Kurt, I haven't had one for a while. Kurt has put in, hi George, I know you're in the stream, but is there any chance you could check out emails, please? I can do. Cheers, Jaden. You have indeed, it has come through. 9F, please. Park yourself there. Let's try and get a decent stop. Obviously, with my layout, I can't fit everything in the platform. At least the poshos in the Pullmans can actually be on the platform and not have to walk off the platform. I'll pull Tornado to the end. I only do it at the start, not fully way to the end, just to show you the engine. Perfect stop. Right before the slope there. Kurt, you said you want me to check emails. I can do that if it'll load. Oh, yeah, it just opens in the tab. I thought it'd open a separate app. My emails is opening up, Kurt. Don't worry. The model shed says, oh, 08, please, with containers. I'm sure Pete Clark will like that. Yeah, I need to get into a habit of not putting my wagons on my platforms. I am loving these little wagons, coal wagons, by the way. They should have been £4 each, and there's 7, so it'd have been nearly 30 quid. I can do the maths, but I just thought I'd round up for better bargain effect. So bloke I went to get the HST off was the same bloke who gave me these containers and the same bloke who gave me that Pullman coach there. So, yeah, got them for 7 for 20 quid instead of 7 for 28 quid. Do you want a brake van with your containers, Kurt? I also got some buffers, if you're interested. Buffer stops. I was originally going to do buffers with lights on, and then I realised how flipping expensive they were. And then I realised how much flipping wiring I'd have to add into the flipping underneath of the flipping baseboards. Comedic. Where are my containers? That's the question. Oh, I'm blind. They're all the way at the back. Good job they're still on the... Good job they're on the 4th radius siding, aren't they? Look, they're all the way back here. Oh, blast, I've just crashed into my Christmas tree. Christmas tree involved in railway accident. Well, that went well. Here, you can look at a Christmas tree while I rectify my mistakes. Jaden says he's been in a Pullman on a rail tour. Best day ever. Good for you. Flipping heck. It's a good job I don't have a webcam on these streams. Well, it's a good job I don't show my face in general, because it'd be embarrassing if I had one at this moment in time. Good job I don't have one. Pullmans are nice. One thing just reminds me. Hang on. You've got to see the Christmas tree going in place. One thing that reminds me is on that Ravenglass and Eskdale Railway. What did I call it? A day out on the Ravenglass and Eskdale Railway. I must say, if you are going to go on that railway, don't, if you're thinking of if you see the Pullman coach, like the observation coach with the glass at the back of the train. So on one journey you are at the back of the train facing backwards, and then on the other journey you're facing the engine, because the engine just runs around the train. So if this was the observation coach, you'd be at the back of the train, and the train goes around the train, and you'd be behind the engine. I must say, if you are going to go to the Ravenglass and Eskdale Railway, just while we're talking about Pullmans, because that really reminded me of it then. If you're thinking of booking that one, don't, because you can't feel the elements. You're restricted because you're cramped in a tight space because it's not a full gauge railway. And frankly, it's not really that good because you're at the back of the train away from everyone. Yeah, it might be a bit warmer, but I'd suggest actually going in an open... Oh, blast. Kicks the tripod. I'd suggest actually going in an open coach or or at least one of the semi-open coaches. The closed coaches, unless you know it's going to be raining and you still want to go, are a bit bad because, you're cramped in with other people. You can't sort of half stick your phone out the side. Guess what I did? I just sat with my phone on the edge of the carriage. Let's do it that way. Sat on the edge. So if this is the carriage and it's open, I was just like sort of leaning out a little bit. Not too much, otherwise the guard shouted at you. But, it's a lot better on an open coach. At least on a miniature railway. Obviously not on a full railway. I've got this train running the wrong way, haven't I? Doesn't matter. I haven't seen your message. No, Kurt. Oh, wait, no. On the main line's message, yes, I've seen that. I won't read it out. And I'm not going to do the southern accent either, because I will embarrass myself. Let's stick this train here. Any more requests, anyone? Otherwise, I might as well just start these again. Kurt, you can have another one if you want. You can have all three. Any more requests while I read Kurt's message? YouTube's telling me that I'm live. Yes, thank you, I know. Kurt's email. Kurt, I'm sending you an email now. Kurt, the email's been sent as of 3, 2, 1 now. Email's been sent, Kurt. Right. What locos are left? Well, you can have 9F, you can have Tornado, you can have, what's that? The Great Western 101. You can have Flying Scotsman, you can have the Mainline 45, you can have the 66, you can have Queen Elizabeth, and Golden Eagle still needs looking at. So I am getting rid of quite a few engines, but eventually I will build them back up with better quality, better detailed, and better mechanised stuff, because obviously it'll be more pleasant for you watching in the stream, and they will work a lot better on streams and stuff like that. If you do my accent, I will do yours on a video. No. Because if I do your accent wrong, then it'll sound really stupid and it'll sound like I'm being mean, so no. But my accent's easy to do anyway. Just Yorkshire, innit? My English teacher makes fun of me for being Yorkshire. Asked me to read a poem out of the week, and he was like, wow, that sounded a bit Yorkshire. And he just started laughing after about 4 words. I'm sending Kurt an email, by the way. Flipping it. Kurt, you've got your ear. Sent you another email. You'll see why in a minute. Well, you might do. What do you mean that's not nice? Well, I don't want to make fun of you. Oh, you mean my English teacher, don't you? Sorry. Nah, it's funny. I don't mind. Everyone takes mick at me anyway. It's like when you've seen that meme about people saying bottle of water, if you've ever seen that one. I'm being a bit stupid here. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to move 10 coaches when I can just move 2 engines. Yeah, but apparently I'm really broad Yorkshire, but I'm not. I think my teacher's just from a different area that's not quite as Yorkshire. It's fine. Well, you live down south. Well, obviously you live down south, but I remember you sending streams. You can see West Somerset Railway from your house, so you're down by somewhat. Do you drink a lot of cider down where you are? Somerset cider? Is that a thing, or am I just making it up? God knows at this point. Right, Kurt, I'll do yours in just a mo when I've packed all my coal wagons away. I need to make some more Christmas present loads for my wagons for next week's stream. One final reply, lol. Crikey, Kurt, what's going on? Show. Right, you know when I said you will see what me and Kurt have been on about? Is agreed. So, big news, everyone. Kurt has been in touch with me for a while about buying my Class 66. So when I've been saying over these past few weeks, 66 will not be up for public auction on eBay because somebody has emailed me to say I will have it. That person was Kurt. Now I didn't want to tell you it was Kurt in case flipping it. I've got Velcro stuck to me. I haven't told you that it was Kurt who wanted to buy it up until now because I didn't sure because I wasn't sure if Kurt wanted everyone to know he was buying it, but obviously you would have all known eventually because you'd have seen suddenly a very similar 66 on his channel. So he decided to let me tell you. So Kurt has bought my 66. I'm not going to tell you how much for because that's not any of your business, but Kurt has bought my 66. It's been posted to him. Where's the coupling up from the flipping 9F? Flipping heck. Where's it gone? I mean, seriously. It's like Finding Nemo. Is that coupling up when it falls off? Anyway, I'll talk about Kurt once while I find this flipping thing. It's not on the floor, is it? Anyway, Kurt has decided that he wants to buy a 66. I'm not going to tell you how much for. I've already said that. So it's been posted to him tomorrow. So he's bought it from me. It's been posted to him tomorrow, so it should be, well, with him within next week. I'd hope. So Kurt has bought my 66, and he's just emailed me to say, yeah, you can tell people about 66 on stream if you want, and can I see it with anything you want? So, yeah, you can indeed, Kurt, and you can see my, excuse me, you can see me 66 before it comes to you. I've given it a quick check over. I've had a brief look at it because I serviced it not long ago. Whoops. Oh, there's that coupling hook. I've just taken the 66 body off and the coupling hooks appeared down there as well. I hate NEM couplings. Hear me out on NEM couplings. NEM couplings look good, but they are a pain. The connection from where you plug the NEM coupling into the NEM socket is flimsy. Well, I don't know. It's more flimsy than trying to build a car with paper and sellotape. And the coupling hooks don't stay in. And it's quite irritating that you have to line up couplings. I know they look slimmer and they're better, and well, I guess they use less plastic if you really want to go all climate change on me. But, you know, they're just a bit of a pain. Right. Back onto the 66, but first, Jaden has to go. Thank you very much for joining, Jaden. Will I see you? Well, might see you again if you have time to pop on into the stream a bit later, but if I don't see you, I'll see you in the comment section on Tuesday, or Thursday, or Friday, or hopefully in Christmas stream next week on Saturday. Take care. Right, onto the 66. Let's get onto a better camera. Here we are. So, there's the 66. As you can see, it's all right inside. Somebody else, this wasn't me, has already added weights to it. Is it going to freeze? Is it going to work? You can see somebody has already added weights to it. There, extra weights. There's an extra weight under here. This wiring is not original wiring. It's my wire that I've replaced it with because the old one was completely awful. So, yeah, the wheels. I'll give the wheels a quick clean before I send them off to you, but they look all right. I've just noticed that one looks a bit dirty, so that was my job after the stream. I'm going to clean the wheels. And you might be able to see here, there used to be a clip that went on there, but I've replaced it with a bit of metal that had a hole in the middle and then just soldered that over the brass post. You might be able to see a little post in there. Can you see it? Yeah, you can just about see a little post there that goes through. There used to be a clip that went on that post, but it was knackered when I got it, was the clip. So I replaced it with that bit of metal. Replaced it with that bit of metal there. The hole goes over the post and just solders onto it. So if you ever want to take that, you just solder that off. Pull the bottom bogey out. And then if you want to put it on, push the pin back through there. Push the post through the hole in that bit of metal, solder it in place, and that's a much more solid connection than what the original clip used to be. So, slight degrading serviceability there for you, but to be fair, you only should service it once or twice a year, and it's a really reliable thing. So, and actually, it'd have worked less well with the clip. It'd have just been more serviceable because, well, it were a complete pain having to, literally I'd run it and then after 15 seconds of running, it literally just the clip would drop off and then it won't work because it relies on connection from that back bogie. So, you know, just thought I'd point that out to you, although it shouldn't be a problem. So here's the 66, Kurt. I'll quickly. It's going the wrong way because I've put it on the wrong way. There we are. I'll attempt to do a slow speed, although this camera really ain't liking it. And it's not even on the rails properly. There we are. I'll try to do a slow speed. It's difficult with this controller though, because it's quite beefy. I'll back it up a little bit. So you can, if you're careful with the controller, get it going quite slow. It's not the quietest thing ever, but I've sanded the gears down and oiled it as much as I can without over oiling it, and you know, I've done it the best I can. I'll give it a quick oil before I send it to you. Might even put some foam inside the body for you to try and get it a little bit quieter for you. So, yeah, I'll do that. Give the wheels a clean, quick oil on the gears, and I'll put some foam inside the body for you to make it a little bit quieter. But that should be good. Slow speed is fine, and obviously high speed once it warms up a bit, because it's absolutely freezing in this loft today. High speed is good as well. And it's a really heavy puller. It weighs about 0.5 kilogram and it's got 2 traction tyres on it. So, there it is, Kurt. I'll couple it up to your train now. I shall do those things before I package it up. See, I'll be packing it up for you, well, after the stream pretty much. There we go. So, Kurt, here's your 66. Here it is. It's the same chassis. Here, Kurt, is also your 9F with Virgin Coaches. Seems like I'm really bad at railing things today. That tender ain't even on. And Kurt here is also your 08. Let's turn it the right direction. There we go. Is everything going at appropriate speed? Yes, I think so. Right, scroll down to the bottom, put the cameras on. Last run for you then, George, I guess. Pretty much. I will test it, obviously, after I've cleaned the wheels, after I've given it a bit of a re-lubricate or an oil, and I will test it. Well, I'll clean the wheels. I'll put that foam in to try and make it a bit quieter for you, like I mentioned. What else did I say I were going to do? I said we're going to oil it. So I'll oil it, clean the wheels, put that foam in for you, and then I'll test it. And then I'll take it downstairs to package it up. I must say, as with all old engines, it might require 2 or 3 minutes warming up before it can get to its higher speeds. Might not get as high as speed as it would do light engine because it's pulling 7 coaches. But sometimes it requires a bit of warming up. Nothing mechanically wrong with it, just it's an old, well, you know, it's not a brand spanking new engine, is it? So it needs a little bit of warming up period. My 08, you put that in the package? No. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you my 08. No way. Bit of a bargain with that, like 70 quid I think. It should be like 140 or something stupid like that. It's a nice thing, and it's in the right colour as well, and I couldn't do that. You've also said, thanks George, can't wait to have it on my layouts. I think it'll be nice on your layout, Kurt. Definitely. Brackets hopefully going to be long-term keeper. That's good to say. Also, your HSTs are out of service. Oh no, I've just put one into service and you're taking two out. What's wrong with them? Wiring faults or wheel problems or what? Is something badly wrong or shorting or what? First bit of news, by the way, people. I'll just make sure every device is on charge so I can take my attention off them while I'm talking about the news. So, bit of news. My second of the two controls I need to complete all the power inputs, I guess, I need for my layout, that is fixed. So, obviously I've got my homemade PWM one, got the safety miner, got the Hornby 900, and I've got the little one that has the thermal cutout problem, which is why I'm using it for this siding, because I won't be using it that much. So both of my 902 controllers, one of them was working fine. The other one has come back from my granddad. That came back on Tuesday. So that one all works now. He's even drawn me a little schematic, a circuit diagram, a product schematic, in case he has to do another one, because he's got the 900 and the other one, but he only had to fix one of the 902s. So the 902 is now fixed. So during my Christmas break, and obviously during my Christmas break, aside from the usual Christmas festivities, I will be wiring up both of the 902s to my layout so I can get all things on independent. So one controller, another controller for that side and at the back, another controller for that coal side in there. So I'll be wiring up all my controllers during my Christmas break, but also I've decided to completely rewire my whole layout. By rewire, basically I'm not talking about changing the complete functionality and crossing trains over from one to another and stuff like that. Basically what I mean is neatening up the wirings. The way I did the wiring was very inconsistent, very messy. I sort of just hot glued the wires. They weren't even straight, they were sagging. When it got really hot this summer, the wires sort of fell off because the hot glue got a bit sticky, and it fell off, and they aren't neat. You come up underneath and you see all these wires underneath and they're all spread out and it's all messy and it's just awful. So, and despite me having cable clips, I, for some reason in my blind ignorance, decided not to use them and hot glued it instead. So over the Christmas break and probably after my Christmas break as well, I'm going to start rewiring my layout, chucking all the cables, packaging them all together. Because, say if this, let's get a plank of wood. Where's that plank of wood gone? Doesn't matter. We'll use this here. Say if that was one baseboard, right? Say if that was one baseboard. Instead of grouping the wires against one corner of the baseboard in like one column, if you like. So instead of being one bundle of wires and then it just branching off to each power input, I sort of have the wires like separate wires going across the whole length of my baseboard. And because I didn't use cable clips or tuck them underneath, because my baseboards are a baseboard supported on like batons on either end, instead of tucking them against them batons there, they were also just strayed out across the middle, and it looks really messy and really untidy. So over the Christmas break, I'm going to be rewiring that. So that's one of my things. I'm going to be adding the new controllers while I rewire it. So I'll rewire what's currently there and then I'll add in the new controllers. Back of the controller drawer needs tidying up with some cable clips just to make sure that things can slide easily and it's neat enough so I can get access under there. So, maintenance work. I can say that next week's main Tuesday video is the last Tuesday video, the last main video of 2021. Tuesday's video, the last video of 2021, which I've just mentioned. That is an overall end of year review of my channel and things I've accomplished in 2021. As I've said before, we'll do a sort of what I've achieved up until the point where I break off for my Christmas break. So I'll do, you know, sort of things I've achieved and a more in-depth review of 2021 on that last Tuesday video that's next week. And then once 2021 is finished and we're into 2022, then I will do a complete, you know, I'll read out all the exact views and exact watch hours and the exact number of subscribers I've got for 2021. But, you know, sort of this Tuesday, well, I should say next Tuesday, next week on Tuesday, the Tuesday coming up, that's sort of my main review, and then the one in 2022 will be my sort of, you know, exact stats sort of one, if you know what I mean. I think you get what I mean there, don't I? So on Tuesday I can sort of do my favourite videos, because obviously after that Tuesday I aren't going to be making any more main videos. And then in 2022 that'll be a lot of just stats really, and not necessarily accomplishments and thank yous. Hello Scooby, I'm alright, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Do I think I'll get a new logo before next year? Yes, I have mentioned that. I'm going to stop the trains for a moment, just while I answer some questions, and then I'll get some new ones off and going. Oh, we're turning I'm turning the knob the wrong way, that's why it will go in faster. That makes sense. Right, that's stopped there. Will I get a new logo before next year? Yes, absolutely. I mentioned... Ooh. Hello, Ben. What are you doing?
I'm just coming up to see you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
My brother's appeared on stream, everyone. Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
Will I get a new engine before next year? Yes, I've said 2 or 3 weeks ago in a stream, maybe even I said it in a running session video, can't remember. I did say that I was getting a new engine. I didn't say what new engine I was going to get, because that will be a surprise for the first running session of 2022. One of my first 3 or 4 main videos next year. So, well, yes, actually. Will I get a new loco before next year? Yes, I've just got the Virgin HST. Will I get a new loco for Christmas this year for next year? Yes, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. Nice to see you, Kurt. I don't remember doing that live stream. In fact, it's not even on my channel anymore, because it was one of the ones before I decided to get rid of my old videos. But fair enough. Glad it's going to somebody who remembers it. I thought that as well. I did what last 4 videos did I do? I did running session, then I did top 10 tips of buying trains on eBay. Then I did another running session, which was last week. Was it last week? Please tell me it was last week. Yes, it was last week. And then this week is end of year review, won't it? How long will your break be? It will be from, well, I'll mention this next week in the stream as well. It will be from next week, so 11th of December, until the 12th to the 20th-ish of January. Not very long, only a month and a bit, but long enough for Christmas, isn't it? And New Year. So, don't know exactly when, I just know it'll be from 11th of December. So there'll be main video on Tuesday, 2 shorts, Thursday, Friday, Christmas special on Saturday. I'll also release a quick video explaining that I'm going on break, because I remember last year when I said I was going on break, a couple of people who weren't in the stream said, "Are you alright? You haven't been interacting on YouTube much anymore. You know, you haven't made any content." So for the people who aren't in the stream, after Saturday's stream, I'm going to make a video, you know, saying that, you know, I'm not going to be doing any more videos. So about a month and a bit. Lewis Cartwright, thank you very much for joining. Scooby, has Ben come up to say dinner's ready? Is dinner ready?
No, about half an hour off.
Well, I said I'd be. Yeah. We've got plenty of time.
The football's at half time, so I've come up to see
The football.
The football, yeah.
Ben, what train do you want to see running next?
What trains have you got?
Magical draw of trains. You can't have that one, it don't work. Pick one.
Is that what, the one you broke?
No, that's the one I bought.
I want to see that.
Ben wants to see this one running. I won't put it with the coaches on this side. It might be a bit much. I don't really want to break it before I sell it. Oh, goodness, he is still there. Yes, he is. Ben, you can see that one going. Let's try not to break this train. That's a bit bad. Ben, open that drawer. Oh, it is open. Cheers. Ben's me helper. Right, I'll put... Where's that? Where's it gone?
Am I a little elf?
You are my little elf. I do as well. It's a shame I bought it to sell it on. But a couple of years ago, we did all three... Well, they're called peaks. 44, 45 and 46s. A few years ago, not all in one, we did 3 peaks, Penny, Ghent, Whernside and Ingleborough. So I want to get a Backman one that's called one of them, just as a bit of a joke that put it on the wrong track. Just a bit of a thing to say, yeah, we've climbed them mountains, you know. Be nice to have a loco named after something we've done, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Ben knows about that, unless he has actually done it. It requires some warming up, does this engine, because it's cold up here. Let's give it some beans.
I don't think I have. I've just been reading it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit cold as this one. It might take a while. Any more requests, anyone?
Never picked a dub.
I might still have it next year, Kurt. Just depends. It's warming up now. Just because it's so cold. Like I said the other week, it's going on eBay after Christmas. I'm not putting it on before now because I just can't be bothered. But I did a test where I ran it when it was, you know, in my loft from cold, and then I took it out of the loft for 3 or 4 hours, let it warm up, and then took it in the loft and run it, and it was fine. It's just because it's cold and it's a, well, old thing. Old, but still works. I won't have it on too fast while it gets its strength back up. I'm going to have a train running now because, well, I can. And it's going faster already. Very nice. There's Whernside as well. I don't think Ingleborough got named. My granddad's used to train spot when he was a kid. He saw Mallard and all the A4s and stuff like that. What, Ben?
I thought it said like Penny Ghent was a train.
Penny Ghent is a train.
Was it like Whernside and
Well, it's exactly the same as... Exactly the same as that one. You might sell it better before next year. No, I'm just not bothering to sell it before this year. Before this year ends. Just because we're busy enough for Christmas by ourselves. Oh, typical old engine. Thick flanges, doesn't stay on the track. Can't redo it in the ballasted area because it's ballasted. Probably should have it going a bit slower as well.
Okay.
But it runs alright, as you can see when it's warmed up. Boom. Right, slowly please, driver. Flipping thing. It's that back wheel. Because there's such large wheeled bogeyed engines. Yes, Ben, that's my Coke.
Yeah, I noticed you have another one down there.
Yeah, that was from last week.
Oh.
Kurt says, is it weird doing a live stream with someone with you? I've never done a stream with someone else before. Yes, I did one with my friend Will. And Ben's popped up to tell me tea's ready before, but that's been about it. Flip. That didn't go well. Oh, something else derailed now. Smashing. But it's not exactly.
George,
What?
are you running too much? I'm just showing my inner expert of trains.
Am I running too much? No.
It doesn't seem to be going too well.
It runs away, there's that engine when it warms up. Slowly, driver. Right. Next train. Let's stick the 9. What do I want on here? Oh, it's re-railed itself. Slowly. What am I going to put on this train? Let's have a look. Don't derail.
So 9F. Yeah, I'm definitely the master.
I'll tell you what, this engine don't get used often enough on my channel. Let's stick.
Got the missus out.
Let's stick Princess Elizabeth on. Queen Elizabeth, if I can actually read. Boom. Off you go. Probably put my 3 cameras on now. There we are. And what do I want to do with this massive rake of coaches? Tell you what, let's do Pullmans only for laugh. I would get my other one out, but it shorts out the track and my other one's in bits waiting to be converted.
Do you want a train? Locomotive.
Right, now the challenge is to get all these off in a reasonable amount of time so you aren't bored. And also so the 45 doesn't run me over. Agatha.
Christie.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is, I just know it's a thing.
What is? It's a living thing, though.
Shift, Ben, I don't want to run your feet over. I've got the chair. I should get a guest chair up here. Right. So. Well, there's one there. Flip.
You can definitely tell the one with the what is that blue?
A class 40. Well, it's called the Manchester Regiment. If you want to be political about
the
it.
Manchester Regiment, when it comes round again, we can definitely tell that camera is the better one.
Which camera?
This one.
Yeah, this camera is the webcam. I have asked for a 2K webcam for Christmas, so this is a webcam. This one will become a webcam next. So, webcam. If I get the webcam I've asked for Christmas, this will be the webcam. Then this will be the last webcam to be replaced, because I'm replacing my worst camera. I'm not going to replace my best phone camera. So, I replace my worst one first. So, we'll have 2/3 webcams after Christmas, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'll tell you what, let's stick Scotty with a light up firebox, because that's fun. And a realistic chuffing sound. James may have one of these, by the way.
Where did you get that from? We got it from someone's house.
Yeah. Grandma's friend's house. So, I'll stick Scotsman on and let's say it's on a Posho rail tour for its owners or something. Chuff, 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 chuff. Yeah. I love engines like this. You know, the light up firebox must have been a really difficult thing to get right, because they had to have the light box to make sure light wouldn't bleed out, and you know, they had the chuffing tender. I mean, the chuffing sound is like so realistic from such a simple thing. It's literally a plastic box with a bit of metal rubbing against another bit of metal with a bit of sandpaper on it. I mean, it's ingenious, but it works. Here we go. It's not even coupled.
I go for lights up.
It does.
Did I go for inside?
There we go. We're off and running. Manchester Regiment's speeded up now. Why don't I get a GoPro? Because I can get a 2K webcam for 25 quid. This one was 20. The one I've asked for Christmas was 25 because it's 2K instead of 1080. And I don't think you can live stream on a GoPro, and it's a bit small, and they're a bit expensive, so no. Good for you. Ben, are you subscribed to my channel?
I am. I was going to say, can you check on my phone, but that's phone.
Yeah. I'll have a couple of minutes with these trains and I'll sign off for tonight.
George, do you know why I'm actually subscribed to your channel?
Why?
Because you kept begging me when you started YouTube. Ben, please subscribe.
You've been subscribed. You were my second subscriber.
I was original.
Don't kick my chair.
I've watched every single video since the start.
The only reason why Flying Scotsman stutters around here is because when I ballasted this area, I didn't clean up the ballast as thoroughly as I did on this one, and that's where the Manchester Regiment was derailing here. That's where I hadn't cleaned up the ballast, and where Flying Scotsman jitters around it, it's where I haven't chiselled away the ballast. Because these two lines were done with that awful ballast spreader that were about 10 quid, and it were actually useless, so I swapped to doing it a jug on this one. That's the reason why Queen Elizabeth doesn't jutter on this one, but the trains do on this one, so that was another thing which I forgot to mention. Another one of my Christmas break projects is to neaten this up and chisel away some of the over-heightened ballast. Because some of the ballast is above the running rails, which is why you get the jitter. That's another one of my Christmas projects. I don't know how many people we got signed up to the shout-out list. We've only got one who signed up for the shout-out, so we're not going to do that this week. Remember I said I needed... Give up, Ben. Remember I said last week when I were doing shout-outs I needed more than 3 responses to make it worthwhile. We've only got one, and I don't want to do shout-outs in my Christmas special next year. I don't want to be breaking off and stopping trains. I want to go on for the full 2 hours, and I want to run trains for pretty much the full 2 hours. So we'll do that next. We'll do that after. We'll do that in 2022. We'll do the shout-outs then. That's fine though.
Why don't you put up a few videos and do a best of this year or something?
Yeah, I could do, but I've already got all my videos planned out, and I don't want to nose my schedule up. Yeah, you're not wrong. Thankfully, I haven't got any detail apart from the wheels that's getting smacked by the ballast, so it's not a problem. It's not going to damage it. It's not scratching at the wheels. It's just, you know, a little bit uneven in places. Nice, Kurt. I'll watch for that. Good point, actually. The only reason why I clear all the responses and ask people to do responses every time is so that if you make videos, you can update what your next video is going to be, if you know what I mean. So you know. So, you know, the only reason why I ask people to sign up every time is so that the people who have a channel and the people who make videos can update that thing. But for the people who don't make videos, I suppose I could keep their response, couldn't I? So yeah, that's a good point. For the people who don't make videos or don't make videos often, yeah, that's a good point. I might as well just keep it, answer. Yeah, that makes much more sense. So I think going forward next year, that's definitely something I'll do. It makes much more sense. Got a bit stuck again. I'll stop this one now.
Yeah, George, it's completely.
Ah, well, that was fun. We won't have this after my Christmas break, I can tell you that at least. No. Tell you what, we aren't running it again. I'll just make it look somewhat like that's alright. I'll give Flying Scotsman and Queen Elizabeth 2 more laps. But definitely this is pretty high on my pretty high priority of stuff to do, so there's no point re-railing it. I mean, moving all the coaches onto an unballasted section and getting it on and moving it round again, so I'm not going to bother. Silence for a couple of moments so you can listen to the realistic chuffing sound.
Oh, I've got a question. What is his favourite loco?
He doesn't know.
What steam locomotives have you got?
Have a look in there. Don't take him out, just point at him.
Is that Arthur?
Is that Arthur?
You still got Arthur?
Yeah.
Yes.
That needs fixing though, because one of the insulators that Ben, you've knocked my really expensive train over. You pillock.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Oh. Well, it's bubble wrap for a reason.
You pillock. I'm joking, by the way, chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the EWS one. It looks a bit.
That's going to Kurt on Monday. Anyway, folks. By the way, platforms made them myself by yours truly. Kurt says, can you see the 66 with other locos on track, not to run just when you end? Yes, fair enough. I'll give it a check over, like I said, before we package up and send it. In fact, I tell you what. No, I'm not going to do that.
I just move this one back.
No. I'll put it on here. Wow, I actually railed that first go. Hey, there we are. There's your 66, Kurt. Right, that'll be coming to you shortly.
So shall I do a sort of in-hand?
No, it's alright, Ben. Right, everyone, I'll get on with the outro. So, if it loads, thank you, everyone, for watching today's Sunday stream. It has been lovely reading all of your questions and your comments in the live chat. And thank you all for your messages, as they are my favourite part of these live streams. It is the fact that I am live and I can see your discussions and your requests and stuff like that coming through in your live chat, and also your suggestions, is why I enjoy these streams so much. I'll hopefully see you on Tuesday for the last main video of 2021, followed by 2 YouTube shorts on Thursday and Friday, followed by the Christmas special on Saturday between 3 PM and 5 PM. Quick video after that just to explain for the people who aren't on the live stream why I won't be making videos, and then after that there won't be any more videos until January, unless, like happened last year, some train decides to come through my station and I end up filming it and releasing it that year, but especially if it's a Christmas special, because otherwise, you know, it doesn't make sense to release a train that was doing a Christmas special in the middle of January after Christmas is finished. So unless a steam train or a good train spotting before end of year, unless a train like that comes through, then there won't be any more, you know, videos. There won't be any sort of schedule. If that happens, I'll just chuck it out on whatever day I can be bothered to edit it. So do remember to subscribe and give the stream a thumbs up and a share if you did enjoy it. And if you could share a video or two of mine and to your and my channel to family members or friends who might appreciate it, then I would appreciate that as well. Thank you all once again for joining the stream. It's been great to have you here, and I do hope to see you all again very, very soon. Some good requests, as you have said, Kurt. Thank you very much for that. Don't forget, the stream is on Saturday next week between 1500 hours and 1700 hours, between 3 and 5 in the afternoon, between 3 and 5 PM in the afternoon. There, you've got it in all time formats. Lewis Cartwright, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much, Kurt. Cheers, Scooby. Yep, see you later, Kurt. So, everyone, the last thing for me to say to sign off this streams, as always, is take care, and I'll see you. If not in the videos next week, I'll see you in the Christmas special. Take care, and bye for now.
And bye.
Oh, say that again, Ben. I think I muted the microphone.
And bye from me.
Right, folks, take care. Right, folks, I'm back from the intro because Ben has just said he likes the 9F best. Great time to come in with that, Ben, wasn't it?
No, what am I saying to you?
You came in right at the end and told me what your favourite loco is after people had asked. Right, everyone, I won't bother.
They already knew.
I won't bother playing the outroing everyone. Ben's come back and said he likes the 9F best. So really, this time, take care and bye for now.